What if humanity once installed a global language patch and then uninstalled it overnight? I'm talking about the Tower of Babel, not as a Sunday school illustration, but as a razor-sharp idea. How networks scale, how languages evolve, and why too much coordination can break a system. Picture it. One people, one tongue, one audacious construction site climbing into the clouds. The ultimate group project. Then, boom, confusion. The words fracture, the workforce scatters, and the project stalls. It sounds mythic, but it's also a perfect model for what happens when human communication hits its limits. Here's the mystery. If one language is so efficient, why didn't we stay that way? Why does humanity speak thousands of languages today, with new dialects still bubbling up? To crack this, I want to treat language like software. A patch can make everything compatible until the system scales beyond what the patch was designed to handle. Imagine a city where everyone uses the same words, the same measurements, the same jargon. Construction accelerates, trade explodes. Now expand that city across an empire. Suddenly, distance, local needs, and specialized jobs start forking the code. Jargon becomes dialect. Dialect becomes language. The patch doesn't fail, it fragments. Ancient Mesopotamia saw something like this. Sumerian, Akkadian. Akkadian became a lingua franca. Scribes standardized cuneiform for contracts, grain, laws, an early compatibility layer. But as cities multiplied, environments shifted, and power centers moved, merchants invented trade pigeons. Temples curated sacred vocabularies. Border towns bent words to fit local tongues. The network optimized for local success over global uniformity. So here's the reveal. The Tower of Babel is less a tale about architecture and more a parable about bandwidth. Universal language supercharges coordination until it starts amplifying risk. One bug, one bad idea, one command can propagate everywhere. Diversity of words, of customs, of code acts like fire breaks in a forest. Multiple languages slow the spread of failure while speeding up adaptation. And look around. This isn't ancient history. The internet launched with shared protocols, HTTP, HTML, emoji, a modern language patch. Then came forks, subcultures, slang, memes, micro-communities. Translation AIs are new patches layered on top, compressing distance while the system keeps diversifying underneath. We oscillate, unify to build, diversify to stabilize. Maybe that's the genius of the Babel story. It warns about runaway centralization without condemning ambition. Build high, sure, but expect the code base of culture to fork. Plan for it. So the first global language patch? It wasn't just words. It was standards, stories, measures, and shared goals. Social software that let strangers act like a single mind. And the uninstall? Not a catastrophe, a safety update. If you're chasing big projects today, start with a patch, then design for the fork. Because the tallest towers aren't the ones that never split. They're the ones that keep reaching, even after the language changes.